Welcome back, Year 8, to Linear Equations and Lesson 3. Today we're going to look at worded questions with our forming of expressions. Our lesson objective, make sure we're writing this down, be able to form expressions for worded questions. Always remember to use good grammar, capital letters, etc., underlining. Okay, so success criteria. We are wanting to identify key information, to write expression, so we want to be reading the questions carefully. And then we're going to demonstrate when to use two-step expressions and the equal sign. So remember from our first lesson and second, when we have the equal sign, okay, this equals that creates our equations. When we have an equal sign, it becomes an equation with expressions involved. Okay. You are flying when? Demonstrating written expressions that require brackets and fractions. So we're using brackets to multiply and fractions for division. And then applying longer written expressions and simplifying them into smaller expressions. So we're simplifying some division fractions maybe. Okay, so forming and solving equations, worded questions. Section 1, example 1. Okay, that I do here. An orange costs m pence, an apple costs a pence. So two variables, unknown. A banana costs 30p. Write an expression for the total of 4 oranges. What we would have here is, well, oranges cost m. So we want 4 of them. So it's going to be 4m. And then write an expression for the total cost of 4 apples and 3 oranges. Okay, so apples cost a, so 4a plus, okay, 3 oranges m. And that would be our expression for the total cost of 4 apples and 3 oranges. Okay, pause the video and have a go at the we do, please. For the question A, it shows a simple expression of 3a because it was 3 apples and a represents apples. And then for B, you had 4a, 4 apples, 3 oranges, which was 3m, and then 2 bananas. Well, the cost of a banana is 30p. We have 2, that's 60p. And then we write the expression with addition here. Okay, on to 2 more examples here. Let's read it carefully. A taxi driver charges m pounds per mile, so we don't know how many he charges per mile. So that's our variable unknown. Every journey has an additional cost of £2.75 at the end, so we're always going to add that on. Write an expression for the total cost, so adding total of 2 miles. Well, it's going to be 2m plus the end price of the taxi fare, £2.75. Okay, what about B then? 40 miles. Okay, well, this time it would be 40m plus again 2.75. Okay, pause the video, have a go at the we do, please. Superb if you got both of them right, and good progression if you're getting one of them right. 4m plus 275 for A and B, 15m plus 275. Okay, pretty straightforward. On to your first independent question practice. So, read everything carefully. Press play when you're ready for the answers. So you've got A to H here, and they get more challenging as you go on. So give yourself good time. Okay, grab your green pens and start ticking away and making necessary adjustments that are needed, and look and make sure you can see where it was that you made a little error or where you need that little bit of extra work, a particular type of question. Okay. Here is your next question. Similar example to one that we practiced in the I do and we do. So every journey has an additional cost. Remember we practiced that. So here's 4 for you to try. Pause the video and then press play when you're ready for the answers, guys. There they are. Grab your green pens, make them ticks. I'm sure there's lots of them. Let's just check in success criteria. Identify key information to write expressions. So read carefully. Yes, we're doing questions, so we have to be reading carefully. Demonstrate when to use two-step expressions, so the equal sign. Have we done that yet? I think we have. In the last set of questions, there was 2 towards the end where there was 85 pence for a tea cake, and you had to divide it by 5 to find 15 for B, which was the same price as something else. So that's that. This equals that expressions used. So we had a little bit of practice there. Okay, and as we go on, we'll be going into the next parts of brackets and fractions and simplifying. Right, so now we have some new examples. So firstly, let's read through the I do. Janet is J years old, so that's the variable. Her brother Mark is 13 years older. Okay, so we know that, let's say that straight away is going to be as an expression J plus 13. Okay, then Janet's sister Emily is 5 years older than Mark. Okay, so that'd be, well, no, Mark's 13, that's plus 17. And it wants us to write an expression for Mark's age in terms of J. So Mark's age. Well, we need to write an expression. So, well, J plus 17 is how many years Emily is older than Janet. So then we need to take that 5 off that to equal Mark's age in terms of J to Janet. Okay, so we could put there J, okay, plus 17, take 5, and that's going to give you Mark's age. Okay, J equals 17, take 5 would be to express Janet's age, even though we don't know it. It's an unknown. But here we would have the expression for Mark's age. Okay, right, pause the video, have a go at the we do, please. Okay, for your we do then, we follow it. Mark is 13 years older, so J had 13. And then Emily is 5 years older than Mark, so we need to add another 5, and then we just simplify that J into a better expression, J plus 17. Alright, here's 2 more to have a go at. So Ellen is E years old and has 5 brothers. Okay, write an expression for how old each brother is. So A, Adam is 3 years younger than Ellen. Okay, so that's just going to be E for Ellen, and one of her brothers, Adam, is 3 years younger. So we need to subtract. So it's just going to be E subtract 3 for that expression. For the question B, okay, so Carl is twice Ellen's age. All right. So simply we use our coefficient, put the 2 there because it's twice Ellen's age, so we times him by 2, and we have our E for Ellen, whatever age she is. So 2 times E would give us Carl's age. So that's how we would express that one. Okay, pause the video, have a go at the we do. Excellent effort if you got this one correct. So A was quite straightforward. Brad is 3 years older than Ellen, so E plus 3 for the 3 years older. Then it tells us that Darren, another brother, is twice Brad's age. Okay, so we've already got the E plus 3. Now, when we're multiplying, okay, we haven't just got the E this time, we've got another subject, so we can't just write it as 2E like we did in the I do. We have to use our brackets to show that we're going to be timesing into them. So it would be 2, because it's twice Brad's age, so we're multiplying by 2. And then you've got your bracket of the E plus the 3, which we already knew. So 2 times Ellen's age is going to be 2E underneath here. So 2 times E is going to be 2E. And then 2 times 3 is going to be 6. Okay, because it's twice Brad's age. Okay, so 2 times 3, and that's going to be plus 6. So if we were to know Ellen's age, and we times that by 2 and then plus 6, that's when we'd find Darren's age. Well done if you got that one. Right then, another challenging set of questions for you. Make sure you digest the information very carefully, especially for question 2. There's some really challenging and good ones to work on in here, where you will need brackets and you will need division, so using your fraction line, writing on top and the bottom, okay, of that. And remember to simplify your expressions. Okay, so you're not looking exactly for the answer to a variable, a letter, an unknown. You're just simplifying down the expressions. Alright, so press play when you're ready for the answers. Okay, so as I said, A and B were relatively straightforward, and you had a couple of easier ones from A to D. We used our brackets, we practiced that where we times into the bracket, but you show that for doubles someone's age. So I think that was Carl in the questions. And then here I can see in E we have E plus 6, so that's Elizabeth plus one of the brothers' ages, and then it's someone half the age, so you divide that by 2, and as you can see, it's equal to, it's been simplified. Well, if you divide 6 by 2, you're going to end up with plus 3, and E over 2. So you can see what I was saying by when you simplifying the expression. So this equals that, okay? And again here, simplifying down. So if you look at F, we times into the bracket, so that gave us 2E plus 10. 2 times E, 2 times 5. And then you've still got your minus 2, someone that was younger than another brother. And then you finish off with the final expression of 2E plus 8. So we still didn't find E, but we're shown through three siblings how to express correctly. Onto H, here what you've got is so someone, again, times by 2, double the age. So 2, and then someone who's half the age. So we've got double the age and half the age. So if you did 2 times E, well, that's 2E. And then you did 2 times 6, well, that's going to be 12. So you end up with 2e plus 12, but then you've had to divide that by 2 because a brother's half of some 2 other people's age, Elizabeth plus whichever brother. So when you halve that, you actually end up back with the first expression on the top of that division. So half of 2e is just e, 1e, and then half of 12 is going to be 6, so you just end up back there. Plenty of green pen, please. Okay, if you want to give these a go, some extension work, I recommend that you do get that extra practice in. Really challenge yourself here, and press play when you're ready for the answers. Okay, and there they are. Let's get that green pen. And you can see here in C, simplifying. You can see here in B, simplifying right down where possible. In B, we've actually found what R is. And was able to do that because we know that 2R equals 46. So if we divide 2R to get R and then the same to 46, you get your answer. Okay. So your lesson objective, forming expressions using worded questions. Read through the success criteria, notice where you are and where you're working at. Okay, and then again reflect on self-assessment questions. So what does it mean when an expression is combined? So I think I've thrown that in there to sort of really recap memory. When we're combining two steps expressions, what does it mean when we're combined? Then what is the advantage of picking out key information? So worded questions, what's the advantage? Can you sort of expand on that? And how do you know when to multiply or divide in an expression? Okay, send your work in and make sure you're picking up them achievement points. Thanks from Mr. Warwick again, myself, and I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Take care.